I'm live. All right. So, good morning, everybody. Oh, yesterday I had a fun day out on the water. Really did. It was really slow while I was working on the east side of the lake, at Lake of the Woods. And then when I started going down the west side of the lake, I found a really good hole where smallmouth and largemouth bass were commingled, and I was catching both of them on my new topwater lures, whopper ploppers. So they're a flat-sided whopper plopper. This is not the one. This one's still curing, but anyway, love flat-sided whopper ploppers because it acts like a keel and it just sort of keeps going that way. It's really good. And you notice it's got a little bit of a indent, so you can actually pop it too. It's a very good quality, um, very good quality blank. So I did paint some for an old high school buddy of mine, John Bickmore, and this is the bluegill. You know, if you can see the scales I painted on it, and it's a color shifting paint in it. And then, of course, I'm going to call this the Bickmore bait because he really likes this fluorescent yellow and red pattern. So I also painted a really nice swim bait. So really nice little swim bait. It's a 7-segmented bait. So all right. Oh, and this is kind of a cool one. This one's got a soft paddle tail. I like bright baits too, John. All right. So BFS bait finesse system. Now, if you guys been watching my channel for a while, you know that I did have a BFS system. It was a Cast King Zephyr, which I had a love-hate relationship with it, that reel, although I did put it on a Shimano Sensolite rod. Somewhere on the bottom of Lake of the Woods, that that rig is actually still there, along with 3 other rigs of mine. Or in April when I flipped my kayak, I lost my rods. So this time I'm going to I really love ultralight fishing, as you guys know. In fact, let's show you what I just painted. Yes, last night. It's kind of an artsy one, but I went with a candy apple red. And it's not clear coated or anything. It's still, I got to put eyes on it. But I put yellow splatter paint on it and then a fluorescent yellow bottom. Anyway, so this is an ultralight. It's a very small, you know, it's probably 3/16 of an ounce, not even. It's probably a quarter ounce, if that heavy. I haven't weighed it, but it's a very lightweight. So one thing about bait casting, and bait casting is it's just a simpler um, technique or gear, and and it's more accurate. So I can peg a spot better with a bait caster than I can with a spinning reel. And bait casters are just more. It's a one-handed thing, you know. I mean, I don't have to worry about flipping the bail and flipping it back over and things like that. I don't, you know. It's a one-handed thing. It's one button, boom, cast, done. Um, the thing is with bait casters is you really can't. I mean, you might be able to cast this, but anything lighter than this, forget it. You can't really cast a 1/16 of an ounce or 1/8 of an ounce weight. Here goes Bella. Uh, he might visit us. So, bait finesse systems. It is a bait caster that is a finesse caster. It will more than likely, and it's designed to replace your spinning gear and to give you more accuracy and easier fishing. So, what a BFS reel is, it is a reel that's lightweight, has a very shallow, lightweight spool, and it spins faster and allows for something very light to cast. Now, the drawback of that idea is that backlashes and stuff like that happen. So your braking system on it really has to really be, well, it's got to step up to that challenge. Now, the reason I had a love-hate relationship with Cascade Zephyr, and when it worked great. But when it didn't, it drove me nuts. Remember, it's a very shallow spool. So you don't have that much line on it. So when it did mess up, you might have to cut the line and then re-spool it. It's no fun. It has a design flaw in the Zephyr that is a micron difference between the spool and the housing. And so with 2 pound and 4 pound test, which is what you use on a BFS, is that it gets stuck in between the spool and the housing. Hey, Darren.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
So it would actually catch up on itself. It would actually catch itself. Be randomized, and it would just drive me nuts. I mean, for no reason whatsoever besides a physical design flaw in the Zephyr. Um, it would just fail on you, and you'd have to cut your line and respool right there out in the middle of the lake, which you just don't want to do. So, Casking actually has come out with a new one, $220 BFS, Kestrel. Oh, stupid price on it. Stupid price. Um, you, I don't own any line under 12 pounds, as you know. Yeah, well, I actually love fishing light gear. So I fish 6 pound test pretty regularly. And so once I get my accounts receivable settled, I'll be buying a Shimano Curado BFS. And it's a $200 reel. It'll be the most expensive reel that I have. But with a BFS, it will be my 90% of the time system. It's what I'll be fishing with 90% of the time. Now, why do you fish ultralight at all? Well, because once in a while, I mean, you do catch big ones from once in a while, and that's fun. I mean, and why do we like catching a big one? Is it for bravado, perhaps? But we love the fight. We love the play. We love that moment in time where it's you and a monster against each other, and that's what we love. Brandon. Yeah, I love the Curado limit up too. And they got a new BFS out, and it's got the same braking system as the ones you have. So why do you go BFS? Well, it's because most of the time when we catch fish, they're not monsters. They're smaller ones. They're 1 pounders, half pounders, stuff like that. Well, what if you can catch a 1 pounder that feels like a 10 pounder on a fight? I mean, and you catch 30 of these in a day. So you have 30 fights like that 10 pounder every day. Although it's not a 10 pounder, it's a half pounder or a 3/4 pounder. Um, what if you could do that? That is what BFS gives you. BFS gives you excitement on smaller fish. And you've got 4 pound, 6 pound test, and you're just playing these things, and you got to play them because you don't want to break your line. You've got an 8 pound drag system, which they're going to pull on it, especially if you catch a 3 pounder. So, and it's going to start pulling. You got to play it, and you just got to finesse it. Um, Now I just ordered more mule fishing, which if you've never tried mule fishing is a finesse bait company, handmade here in the U.S. And I've interviewed him. So if you look up mule fishing on my YouTube channel, you'll actually find an interview between me and him. So, and he really caters, and I do too. I mean, I do paint finesse lures. Um, it's actually kind of a cool one. I mean, we just sort of went artsy with this one. I think it's going to work great. The and that's what. And so I'm going to buy a Curado BFS. My rod, I'm really leaning back into the Cajun lineup. They do have a 7-foot light, ultra fast, very fast action rod. Um, and that one can cast 1/16 of an ounce to 3/16, and or 5/16. And so that rod, which is, one thing too about ultra fast rods is that they're very flexible, very fast. They don't have as big a backbone, that stiff part of the rod that a medium or a medium heavy or extra heavy is going to have. It's going to have a really hard backbone to it. And so you can really power it up. So what ends up happening is you can feel everything. You can finesse, you can manipulate the bait wonderfully, but when you get hit, now the challenge has is because you don't have the power of a backbone on it that you would normally have, and you've got to really work on this thing to pull them in. So it takes more skill to catch something on a finesse system. Let's see what you got. You would not, Brandon. You would not. It is fun. It is fun. There you go. Yeah, send it back. Send it to Backlash. The So hopefully when my accounts receivable come in. So, but this whole a good BFS setup is $200 reel. You can get a Shimano Sensolite rod for $50, but I'll be spending about 120, 130 bucks for a rod because I catch more fish with the Cajun rods. Those hand spun carbon fiber rods are, I just catch more fish with them, and I've got 3 of them now, and I just absolutely love them. So this will be really good. 90% of my fishing will be with this BFS system. I'll also have my ultralight spinning Cajun setup, and of course I'll have my medium heavies, which I usually use in thicker brush and stuff like that, larger top. Anything with a larger bait or tougher environments. But imagine, if you can just borrow somebody's BFS or ultralight setup, just go out there where there's fish. And if you do catch a big one, it's a 20-minute fight. It really is. You can't muscle in and power in um, those big fish, not with an ultralight setup. Um, they're just fun. Because I remember one time out on the lake, I had a large smallmouth on it. It was probably about 2.5 pounder, 3 pounder, and I was working it, and I was fighting it. 5 minutes goes by, and I started gathering attention out on the lake, and I had a bass boat with a couple guys watching me. I had like 5 kayakers all watching me fight this fish. Well, I caved. I caved under pressure. What did I do? I tightened my drag, okay, in order to muscle this fish in with really light gear. Snapped the line. Uh, don't cave under pressure. Don't cave under pressure. Um, the I caved, man. I was like, I just wanted to pull it in front of all these people instead of play it in front of them. That's the beauty of BFS. BFS is just big fights with small fish all day long. And that's really why we fish, besides a little bravado, perhaps. All right. See you, Brendan. Good to see you. Good to see you, bud. Uh, but yeah, so BFS is basically a casting experience with light tackle, but using a bait caster. And the reason we do it is to have big fights with small fish. Usually, people like to use BFS for Ned rigs and things like that. Um, really light net rigs. I mean, imagine putting a 1/16 or 132 ounce on it and being able to just throw it out there and watching that thing just float down and then being grabbed by a fish. And that's what it does. It allows you to finesse something that you could never do with another bait caster. You just can't do it. You try to throw a 1/32 ounce jig out there um, with a regular Curado or a Daiwa or I don't know, with anything. I mean, I have a Shimano SLX XT and it's a fantastic reel, and I can throw pretty light stuff with it. But I can't throw something like that. I mean, the SLX XT is really my go-to reel, and that Shimano is the braking systems. I never have to adjust it practically. I mean, it is with two pins on the centrifugal. I mean, it can do its job. The BFS Shimano has a combination whereas it's 8 magnets, but they also extend naturally like a centrifugal, and it allows you to get a high speed reel or spool on it, and it allows it to control itself. So it's going to be a really fun system. So um, try try a BFS, borrow somebody, or if you've got an ultralight spinning setup, which is fantastic, I do. They're cheaper, and you put a 1,000 or a 2,000 on reel on an ultralight rod, throw it out there, and just even a crappie, all right, is going to feel big. I mean, that's the beautiful thing. So thanks, Darren. Thank you, Darren. Yeah, Darren, Brandon's a good kid. He's a good kid, and he makes great baits too. Brandon does. So he makes really good baits. So definitely check out his YouTube channel. So, but I thought I'd put a little thing out there. I mean, got some new baits. I mean, it's this is a little artsy one. I splattered yellow on it. It's yellow with a fluorescent bottom, and then I don't know. It's a mood thing, but it's a great finesse bait. It really is. It's what we call a coffin bill. And the reason it looks, it's a coffin bill, is that the bill, let's take the tape off, the bill looks like a coffin. Thanks, Darren. Looks like a coffin. So that's it. That's a little guy, the size of, the top part of your thumb. And this will be a fun one. It's even got a little knocker in it. And this actually dives pretty deep. This one will go about 10 feet. But with finesse, you'll use really, really small stuff. And I'm looking forward to doing more with it as this season progresses. Yeah, this is going to be a fun one. This is going to be a fun one. I might put a tail spinner on it too, just to give it more flash in the water. And I'm looking forward to. When I think about making baits, I make baits for myself. Like this guy right here. This got a plastic paddle tail that causes it, but that one, and then of course, this wake bait is the most successful bait I've got this season right now. So I painted quite a few more of those. I mean, it's almost a guaranteed hit, and so I can throw it out there, create a V, and bam, a bass is going to hit it. I mean, it's just a guarantee. Um, I'm going to surprise John with an extra one or so, and you got to take care of your buds from high school, right? You just got to take care of them. So, but that's BFS. I want to share with you guys why BFS, and it's new to the United States. It's fairly new. It's just starting to pick up, And hey, Rich, Leo, this week I will send that. I am so disappointed in myself. I've been battling myself lately, so it's right there. It's a huge package for Leo. It's a huge package, and it's heavy. It's right there. Um, and I'm going to mail John's, mail Rich and Leo. And I know I am a punk, and I have not had a good time lately, but I'm working on it. Today I'm going to get a lot of chores done. I had to order more injections for myself, which I did. Yay! I have to unclog a sink up there. Truck needs some maintenance. Got to get that done. Just stuff today. Um, yeah, I got to get more prescriptions, this and that. I mean, the minute injections are something you take through the mail. Uh, Mike, did you see our video week? I did not. Oh, I have to check it out. Oh, I gotta check it out. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. Thank you. I have to, I've been, I tell if you look at my Karen video, which was Saturday, I had a horrible day Saturday. Terrible day Saturday. I had a horrible woman uh, abuse me verbally, and then her husband, and then their friend, and they knew one of the owners, the big owner of the resort. I wasn't even on the clock. Wasn't even on resort property, so they couldn't do anything. I mean, but you know, he talked to me, showed me their text. Of course, I'm the worst bad guy in the world, or the best bad guy in the world. I don't know how that works, but I had a horrible day Saturday, terrible day Saturday, and that just rolled into Sunday and Monday. Um, I think I'm over it now. Uh, I think the owners. I mean, they know me. They know me. So yeah, I got a bunch more stuff for you guys. The yeah, I'll get John. These have to cure. These right here have to cure, and once they cure, I can put stuff on them and package them up. And but that's a beautiful one. It really is. It's just a really, really, really nice bait. I like the swim bait that's got a nice lip on it, so it'll force them down instead of just slowly dropping. This looks really good in the water. I have another one I painted as a bass, a largemouth bass, and it looks like a largemouth bass in the water. It looks fantastic. So, and got couple more of these blanks, I think, and we'll just play with them. Paint this, and that's with them. I mean, these are for me. And I did paint me a couple bluegills for myself too. And that turned out really good, really good. So John's gonna love that. Definitely not finesse. This could be a finesse bait. This could be a finesse. This is a quarter ounce, 3/16 of an ounce. Uh, so much fun on ultralight to catch top water. Oh my goodness! And I do that a lot. I love doing that. Did them like if I see them, I'll give them a piece of my mind. Thank you. Well, it was a horrible moment, Rich. It was a terrible moment. Backlash. Somebody already mentioned you, bud. Said we should send you a BFS system for all of us who are completely, like we have an extra $400 in our pocket to send to you. So the but we it's I mean, I'm looking forward to getting my BF. I really want that the accounts receivable to what did I do? A spell check. What did I do? What did I misspell? Mike, bloody spell check. What did I do? Mike, I need some birthday bait, sir. I got baits. Look at this. I mean, this one right here. Oh, this thing looked so good in the water yesterday. I didn't catch nothing with it yesterday, but it was just beautiful in the water yesterday. This one was just gorgeous. And, I like I said, I wasn't catching anything with anything until I found this one hole, and they were just hitting top water. And then this one, this one comes with this hook. It's this hook right here. But the thing is, this hook is just too big for this. It catches the that paddle tail, that soft paddle tail. And so I'm gonna put a smaller hook on it, the next size down, because that looks like a 6. I'll probably put an 8 on it, and that's the tail that's going to go on that. It's the same blank. So, um, but this one's real pretty too. I have one of these, and the problem is casting it, and that hook will catch that paddle tail like that, and I don't know how it does it, but it does it. I'm going to go with the next size smaller hook on that one. So, but that is a very cool looking bait. Very cool looking bait. Um, but yeah, I've got plenty of baits. And this one right here, this was not the best paint job. I had a migraine when I did it. So there's some splatter on it. Fish don't care. But I mean, that's a really nice looking bait too. It's just not the best paint job, so it'll never go for sale. But it'll catch a lot of fish. So, or should I say spell check? What did I do? What did I misspell? BFS? BFS is bait finesse system. That's properly spelled ish. I mean, bait finesse system. So, but yeah, I've got plenty of hardware now. I just got more hardware in so I can finish baits. And we did paint uh, some really cool ones too today. Um, I'm going to do some more painting today, I think. So. But if it, I would recommend anybody for if you're in, doing rivers, streams, brooks, or lakes fishing, try ultralight fishing. Try ultralight fishing is the best.
Okay, I found this on the web for fishing trials.
Whatever. How do you turn off that thing? It's just so stupid that they think they turn off. Cool. I'll have to check you out, Darren. I got a lot of stuff to do today. I got a lot of stuff to do. But yeah, this is I like the way the bluegills turned out. The these turned out really good. I think John's going to really like them. Fish like stripes. Fish like stripes. They hit stuff with stripes. So, all right, guys, I just wanted to talk about BFS. And when I get them in a few weeks, when I get my new BFS system, we'll go over a breakdown of the BFS Curado. And of course, I already know about the Cajun because I already own one of them rods for my spinning. And it is my favorite setup to use. Now, the same rod actually, that's a medium light. So I'm going to go with a light rod, same size, for my BFS Curado. And that is just going to be gangbusters. I mean, every fish is going to feel big. So, anyway, thanks, guys. Rich, Leo, I'm sorry about that. Emily, hey, it's right there. I'm such a loser. But when I mail John's out, I'll mail yours out. That thing's going to cost $30, I think, because I kept putting stuff in it. It's heavy, uh, but we'll get it mailed out to you. So BFS is backlash fishing system. Well, I'll take it. And with the Curado, you don't have backlash no more. You have to change your name with the Curado. And with the Shimano SLX XT, I don't get backlashes on that reel. On my Cast Kings, that I do have, the Crixus XL, that one is, I do get backlashes. It's temperamental. It'll cast the farthest, but it's temperamental. So anyway, you guys take care. I really appreciate you stopping by, hitting like and stuff. And I will see you guys on your lives and on my lives. Yeah, the SLX DC Curado and DC, I back that. Oh no, my goodness. See, I don't have a DC. I have the SLX XT. But I do have a friend with a DC, and he backlashes too. So I have an XT. I don't backlash. So take care, buddy.